Welcome back to the Loop Live Studios. I'm Brett Davern, and we are live with Hally Leadbetter up here at the Mammoth Film Festival. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Brett. This is awesome.
Oh, yeah, of course. So you're judging the action sports block.
Yes,
or
it has been
submissions.
So awesome. Got to watch so many incredible submissions, and candidly, my first time ever being to a film festival, being involved in a film festival, coming from the sports world, but having a passion for entertainment. This is just a dream come true. It's been an amazing couple days, and really the whole process has been so much fun, from watching the submissions in my living room to being here now. It's been really cool.
There's a real blending of sports and movies, and there has been for a while, right? With action sports and whatever, like Vin Diesel riding a dirt bike down a wave in XXX or whatever. But Mammoth Film Festival really brings them together in a good way and brings people like yourself up here who are kind of just dipping into movies a little. We were talking before we started recording.
Yeah, I'm just dipping in. I mean, it's been incredible. Yesterday I got to be on a judges panel with people like Farrah White and Derek Waters, the guy that did Drunk History, and just listening to them, I mean, I was so flattered to be on the panel and felt like, I contributed what I could, but it was just amazing to hear the knowledge base that these guys have. And I'm, hoping to get there and definitely, come from a different background, but I'm just still kind of like a deer in headlights here, just absorbing all the greatness of all the cool people that are here. So it's been amazing.
What makes a good action sports film?
You know what? So we talked about this in the panel the other day, and I just want to start off by saying the action sports category was really, really cool to judge, but challenging to judge because you had such a variety of submissions, right? You had people skydiving, you had this sport called ice cross, which I had never heard of, but now may be my favorite sport, as well as biking. And so you're kind of comparing like apples and oranges and grapefruit here. Like they're all so different, but what they all had in common was the incredible passion that these athletes had for their sport. I mean, you looked at the ice cross athletes. These guys aren't getting paid anything. They're getting their weeks in advance to set up the course themselves. They're out there at 2 a.m. pouring water so they can create the ice, so they can, and you're just like, oh my goodness, these people are so passionate about this. And then alternatively, you look at something like Tracing the Divide. You've got these two guys who are best friends who committed to this journey. You've got the ups and downs. So I think it's, obviously following the characters sort of ebb and flows of their ups and downs, but I found myself, no matter what sport was being covered, I was just rooting for them to win the race or get across the finish line or whatever the goal was. I just found myself rooting for them. So I'd say that's honestly, there were so many incredible submissions, but the top couple that I picked, it was the ones that I found myself rooting for the athletes the most.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I love that you have the athletes in the films, they're doing their sport and following their passion and everything that they do as an athlete. But then you have the filmmakers who are then documenting what they're doing and bringing that story.
Yeah.
Because the filmmakers have to sort of find that narrative and find that thing that you as an audience can grab onto, while the athlete is doing the incredible thing.
Right. I mean, even the ones, I'm blanking on I think it was something about between sea and it was a hiking one and a ski. So they would hike and then they would ski.
Right.
And they were seeing like the Northern Lights as they were doing it. That was their goal.
Wow.
And some of the shots that the cinematographers and directors, or however they got these shots, they had drones up in the sky from what looked like, it didn't even seem like, clearly there was someone there shooting it, but I was just so impressed. I mean, you never saw any camera crew in the background. It was like we were just a fly on the wall, and I thought that was really, really neat that they were so like not imposing on the journey of these athletes, but you felt so in it, which I thought was really
that's
neat.
where we can bring in the technology too. So you have the athletes, you have the filmmakers, then you have this technology of the drones and things like that. I was talking to Jack, who directed Tracing the Divide, and we were talking about how when he first started shooting action films, the drones were, as big as this coffee table or whatever. And then now, they're as big as the book. And so the technology, I mean, you guys must use a lot of technology when you shoot the things that you're shooting.
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there
a lot of
in your
technology
work.
when it comes to, so I'm a golf broadcaster, do a lot of hosting interviews with celebrities and that sort of thing. And yeah, we utilize drones quite a lot. We utilize this thing called like a shot tracer, where you put a camera behind the person down the line when they're hitting a shot, and it can follow the ball exactly and then draw
Yeah,
a
I've seen
line.
that.
So yeah, it's really, really incredible what technology can do to really enhance the viewer's experience. I mean, that's a hell of a lot more interesting than just watching someone hit a golf ball and then being like, where'd it go?
Right.
Like, for you to actually be able to follow it, it's you feel a lot more invested as a viewer, instead of like, oh, hey, we found it, there it is in the bunker.
I have always been impressed, though, I will say, the cameramen or camera women, camera people that do golf, even before that technology, when they were able to
Follow
find
the ball.
in the air,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how they do that.
Against like a light, bright blue sky.
Incredible.
It really is incredible. They are some of the best in the business. Yeah, if you can shoot golf as a cameraman or woman, you can probably shoot anything, I would imagine, because that's really hard to follow.
It sure is. Golf movies.
Yes.
I mean, here we are at a film fest. Let's talk about some golf movies.
Yes.
You got Happy Gilmore.
Tin Cup.
Tin Cup.
Love Tin Cup.
Classic.
I think that's probably my favorite. Caddyshack.
Yes.
I love Caddyshack.
That's got to be the, like, sort of the OG.
That is definitely the OG,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I mean, just the I don't think he's playing golf and pouring down rain. It's like borderline, thunder, and the guy's like, I don't think the heavy stuff's coming down for quite a while. Like those lines really transcend golf. I mean, whether you're a golf fan or not, that movie is just amazing.
How often do you hear the players quoting golf movies?
You know what? Occasionally, we do like to, especially like on the anniversary of a Happy Gilmore or a Tin Cup or a Caddyshack. We do like to go out there and ask them what their favorite lines are. But yeah, I mean, if you're not a golfer, you've probably seen it. But if you are a golfer, you've definitely seen those movies.
I feel like, though, the movies might have influenced golf, the golf we watch, professional golf, a little bit, though. Like, you see, what's that, the tournament in Arizona that's just become like a wild party?
The WM Phoenix Open, yeah.
That's a bit Happy Gilmore, isn't it? Because, like, in Happy Gilmore, isn't Shooter McGavin complaining that the crowd is cheering and clapping and all this stuff for Happy? And that was the first time in the movie, is like, fictionalized that a crowd is cheering on a golf course.
Right.
But here it's happening in real life now.
Yeah. No, the WM Phoenix Open is definitely a sight to behold. If you have not been, I highly recommend it. It is, so they have this hole. It is the 16th hole on the golf course, and it is completely surrounded like an arena. It's, there's 4 or 5 floors of hospitality. People are screaming. It's in a really incredible environment.
It's a Happy Gilmore environment.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very Happy Gilmore environment. It's nothing like it in golf, and it's definitely fun.
So yeah, I think the movie is influencing the sports.
I agree.
Yeah. We're brought to you by Seen It this year, powered by
Yes.
Seen It, and also powered by Rack the Planet.
Cool.
I'm going to hand you this briefcase. I'll open it for you.
Okay.
It looks like it's from an action film, right? Like, it looks like it should come with little handcuffs or something.
Yeah.
But
Very
here you
cool.
go. Like, like the codes. It has the codes in it or something. But what it has in it, and in actuality, is cash money. Inside that box in there is actually like a $20 bill, I believe, and you can take that out there and pay it forward. Rack the Planet in any way that you see fit.
Fun.
Rack, RAK, standing for Random Acts of Kindness, and they're powering the Loop live this year, and so we want to rack the planet with you.
Rack. I will rack the planet. Yeah. Absolutely.
There you go. Hally, thank you so much for being here.
Oh my gosh, thanks for
and
having
thanks for being
me.
up at Mammoth.
Thank you. I hope to come again. This has been awesome.
Well, for Hally, I'm Brett. That's Mammoth FF, keeping you in the loop.